Hello again, thanks for joining. We've got another G-Scale model to have a look at today. It's from Aristocraft Trains and it's this Santa Fe hopper wagon. G-Scale is very large. I normally do HO and OO reviews, and here is a beer wagon by comparison, so you can see that this is quite a different scale of model and it's very large. So let's get this out of the box and we'll have a look. So check this out, this is a really cool looking model and we've got some paperwork in the box. First of all, we have this instruction manual. It has some details here about how to keep this model in tip-top condition and some of the features that it has, and it also shows a list of replacement parts here, even with prices as well. It's obviously in US dollars. And towards the end of the booklet we've got some images of some really cool looking other items that we can get from this company. But Aristocraft has already gone bust, unfortunately. It's a real shame because this looks like a really nice model and it looks like you can get some really interesting additional parts for it. We've also got this sheet here which is suggesting that you could buy metal wheels for this model and other models like it, but I did notice when I was taking this out of the box that this actually already has metal wheels on it. I'll show you those in a minute. I'm really happy that it's got them though. And finally, this sheet here shows an exploded view of all the parts that constitute this wagon. So let's check out this really interesting wagon then. So one of the things I really like about this model is the colour and the fact that it's got black and this bauxite brown colour. So starting at this end, you've got the brake gear here, there's a brake wheel and there's various tanks moulded inside this hopper here, and you can just see the Aristocraft logo in there behind the brake wheel. Looking down the side of this wagon, it's got some really nice rivet detail and these ribs are moulded very nicely. It also has these printed logos on it. It's got ATSF because it's a Santa Fe model. It's got other bits of warnings and numbers printed down the side, and here we have the large Santa Fe logo and again some more numbers printed here. One of the real good things on this model is that the printing goes down the side of the rib of the model, so there's no break in the logo, so that's really good. And at this end of the model there's no brake gear, but it does have some really nice moulded ladders here. There's a lot of detail to enjoy about this model. One of the things that they've done very well is the thickness of these railings here, because it's all too simple to make these more robust because it's such a large scale and it's going to be used in the garden probably, but this model has them still quite delicate, so they could break but they do look really good. Up on top of this hopper you can see the walkway moulded very nicely, a lot of rivet detail here as well, and each of these hatches has a little metal handle. These don't open but they really look as though they should, and it also has this metal handle here which can move around. I don't know why it would do that. It's quite interesting that it does. It goes through these plastic parts here, these little brackets, and there's another little handle here also moulded in metal. So underneath this wagon you've got the two trucks which are very nicely moulded. You've got these couplings added on. You can change them just by unscrewing this screw here and putting something different in if you want to, and these trucks are held on with this screw as well. You can also see here at the bottom of the hopper is held on with these screws as well. So it's been well designed and put together, this model, and it certainly can take a few knocks if it needs to. The trucks are very nicely detailed. When the wheels go round, the axle boxes don't go round though. I noticed that on a recent model that I've reviewed. I'll put a link in the description below to it. But maybe that's not prototypical on these particular cars, but it does have springs here and it does have suspension as well. There's even detail here. This little hook has been added on, so that could very easily get broken off, but it's really nice that they've taken the time to mould that in there. You can also see that there's some really nice rivet detail on the bottom of the hopper here, and there's also rivet detail here on this brace part going underneath the bogie. So this particular one I guess has got the optional metal wheels. These are really good heavyweight wheels. That does look as though it's just been coloured in with a felt pen though, but I think it'll just do the job. So on this wheel here you can see that some of the chrome has come away. I don't know whether that's just because it's had a bit of a hard life or because maybe this is getting a bit old now. It does hint that these wheels are made of copper or some kind of copper alloy. The coupling on these models looks really impressive. It's very true to the prototype. It has a simple click fit in here where it couples together, and then there is a release underneath where you push it up and it opens up. That's a really neat way of operating these couplings, and it also has a bit of articulation here as well as on the bogie. This allows it to stay coupled up going around tight corners. So I'm really impressed with this model. Let's have a look at some of the packaging now. So the outer sleeve is just made of cardboard. It's quite a simple affair, but it's quite sturdy. Here you can see the number of this model, 41205, and it's Santa Fe. One of the things I did notice on this box is this warning sticker that's been added on. It says it's got some chemicals which can cause cancer, birth defects or other reproductive harm in the state of California. Well, I'm here in the UK, so I guess it doesn't apply to me, so that's good news. So overall, this 2-bay covered hopper car from Aristocraft Trains is a really cool looking model. I really like the colours on it. The combination of the black and the brown works really well, and it's got this fantastic Santa Fe logo printed on the side of it. It's been designed to be used in a garden railway, so it is very robust, yet in spite of that it's got a lot of detail and nicely moulded parts, especially the bogies and things like the handrails as well. So for you lucky people with a garden railway, this G-Scale model would be a great addition to your layout. If you're modelling an American railroad in your garden, and I think this would be an essential purchase to add to your collection. I'm really saddened to hear Aristo Trains has gone bust, so it might be quite tricky to get hold of one of these. You're going to have a look on the second-hand market. But if you do see it, I would say you should definitely get it. If you're not modelling American railroads though, this could still be an interesting addition to your layout. I think it's got a lot of appeal to it, and if you're not too bothered about running American and maybe European or even British stuff together, then this could be an attractive addition and it would look really good running around the garden or any other big large scale model railway. Let me know what you thought about this video and my analysis of these models in the comments below. I'd really be interested to hear what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps this channel, and you can subscribe for more videos like this in the future. But for now, that's it for today. See ya!